Wrestle Talk Show with Radio Nick and Chris Gordon right here at RadioRichandFriends.com. We got a somebody on the phone line right now, as a matter of fact. Hi, who's this?
It's Jagger.
Hey, Jagger. Jagger Lane, what's going on, my friend?
Not much, man.
How's it going? What's that?
To listen, and then I said just calling in to listen, and then do the show.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? You called in kind of early.
Yeah, you told me to call in and listen to the show for a bit, so I wanted to call in, scope it out. Never checked it out before until now, so...
All right, man. Well,
interview, why not check it out?
Sweet. We're gonna give out WrestleMania 30 results now, if you want to stay tuned for that.
Very nice.
And then we'll interview you here in a little bit. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
All right. You can comment on this if you want to. Chris, WrestleMania 30 results. Let me get my music played here. And it was a great pay-per-view. We got to thank Frank for letting us watch a pay-per-view at his house last night, Chris.
Yeah, good time over there, no doubt about that.
By the way, Chris, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Nick?
I didn't even get to say hi to you. WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, won a pre-show Fatal 4-Way match to start off the pay-per-view. Before the pay-per-view actually started, I'm trying to talk, and it's like I can't get my words out there. But no, they defeated the team of let's see here, the Real Americans, which we saw an implosion at the end of that match between the Real Americans.
Yep.
Los Matadores and I believe Ryback. That's Ryback and Curtis Axel. And I didn't watch this match, but I watched every other match on the card. So
yeah.
But from what I understand, it was a good match. And Chris, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock opened WrestleMania 30. There's an exclusive on WWE.com. Check it out. What did you think about that? The three legends standing in the ring at the same time.
I mean, without a doubt, probably the three biggest icons of the last 3 decades in the ring together. Something I never thought I'd see.
Yeah, me too. These guys. I mean, I thought we were going to see a Stone Cold Stunner. That did not happen. I really thought Hulkster was going to get a stunner or at least a rock bottom, but no, the host of WrestleMania didn't receive either of those. So. But it was fun to watch all those three, and then having them, toast to the fans and drinking beer. I think they had like 6 beers in the ring, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin actually got outside the ring and started handing out beers to the crowd.
Yeah,
that was fun to watch.
I would have liked to have been there for that.
No, but it's actually WrestleMania was. I'm sorry, WWE, was actually kind of a joke last night, considering some of your matches. Daniel Bryan faced off against Triple H, and whoever won that match would advance into the title match between Batista and Randy Orton.
Yep,
so.
and I called this one before WrestleMania even took place. I said Daniel Bryan was going to beat his ass in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, and that's exactly what he did.
He beat him clean. I was really surprised, and then at first I was like, come on, Triple H, and then later on in the night I said, I'm going to go on the record by saying that I hope Daniel Bryan wins the title because the fans will go home happy.
Yeah.
And but Daniel Bryan defeated Triple H clean. I was shocked. The Shield faced off against Kane and the New Age Outlaws. The Shield actually came out. They had like masks, and that was pretty cool to watch. And their entrance is pretty badass too. So
yeah, and this wasn't even really a match for these guys. This was more like a warm-up match, I think.
Well, hell, the Daniel Bryan Triple H match lasted for 45 minutes.
Yeah, the match involving the Shield and Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
5 minutes.
It was more like 2.5 minutes, I think.
Mm-hmm. Cesaro won the 30 Superstar Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The only thing that I liked about the Battle Royal was the fact that Cesaro, it came down to Big Show and Cesaro. Cesaro, when it looked like Big Show was going to win, Cesaro picked him up and carried him and scoop slammed him over the top rope. That was amazing. I've never seen Big Show manhandled like that before.
I don't know, but for me it was one of the most awesome feats of strength that I've seen.
I didn't think he could do it.
Yeah, Jagger, what's your opinion on that, bud? What do you think about that feat of strength from Cesaro?
I love that they put Cesaro over because a lot of guys that are small, they don't give them a push. They don't give them the opportunity. And to even let Cesaro win last night shows that Rey Mysterio, Kobe Kingston, and other guys in this industry can do it as well.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. I think WWE is going to push Cesaro in the future. I'm calling it by next year, Chris and Jagger. I'm saying Cesaro is going to be a world champion before WrestleMania 31.
It would not surprise me. I mean, regardless if you like the guy or you don't like the guy, you have to give him credit. I mean, the feat that he pulled off last night was just unbelievable. It was definitely one of the moments that'll go down in history as an oh my god moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the fans were shocked, and it was just one of those WrestleManias where the fans were shocked, and we'll get into the spoilers here in a minute. But our next matchup, which should have been the first match, I might add, was a sleeper between John Cena and Bray Wyatt.
This has to be one of the most boring matches I think I've ever seen at WrestleMania in my life. I mean, this match, about halfway through, was about ready to put me to sleep.
Yeah, you actually said to wake you up after the match was over.
Exactly.
This was a popcorn match or a go to the bathroom match. Sorry, WWE, but it's true. What do you think about that, Jagger?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I like Bray Wyatt. They gave him a push. They're actually letting him build the character that he came up with, and he is doing a lot that's changed the industry. So a different lookout on it is great. I mean, but the only thing is, John Cena is way too overrated, and they need to push Bray Wyatt's character a lot more because the fans are drawn to it a lot more.
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan. I love his character. I just don't think he was pushed right in this match. Cena should have lost. It should have been Bray Wyatt's time, and it wasn't. It wasn't last night. But what an awesome entrance he had with the people that do his entrance music video, and they actually came out and they had masks on, and they did his entrance, and that's not the only one that the superstar had their entrance played. I think Rev Theory did Randy Orton's entrance song, and maybe there's one more.
I think that was it.
I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. But the next thing that happened on WrestleMania 30, I'm getting kind of tongue tied right now. The WWE Hall of Fame inductees were honored. We got Carlos Colon. We have Mr. T.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Lita.
And of course the last introduction, probably one of my all-time favorites, the Ultimate Warrior.
The Ultimate Warrior actually came out with his entrance, and we thought we were going to see the
I was hoping he would come out in his face paint and run down to the ring or something.
Yeah, really. That would have been awesome. But no, that did not happen. WWE really, I think, upset a lot of fans last night. And I'm kind of biased, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that one. But Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, our next match. This match lasted way too long, in my opinion.
Yep.
25 minutes too long. It should have lasted about 10, 15 minutes. Now, WWE, I thought Taker was going to win this match. Spoiler alert.
Well, unfortunately, the unthinkable has happened. The streak has come to an end as of last night.
It took 3 F5s to defeat The Undertaker. And Undertaker, fought valiantly, a choke slam, a last ride. We didn't see old school. We saw Hell's Gate a couple times. But I really think that WWE or The Undertaker is probably going to hang up his boots, Chris.
Well, I tell you, after the streak came to an end last night, that stadium was so quiet you could have heard a pin drop. I've never heard so many people go silent so fast.
I didn't even hear the bell ring. I was in shock.
I'm still in shock.
I'm still in shock as of this broadcast right now. These next two matches I could really care less about just because the Undertaker streak was broken. It's being reported on WrestleZone.com that Undertaker did indeed. That match was planned, but Undertaker took a nasty bump, and he actually had to be taken into the ambulance and taken to the hospital. And Vince McMahon actually drove with him in the ambulance.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So if that is in fact true, let's pray for the best and
hope
he'll be
Undertaker
okay.
gets better. It's being reported that he actually had a neck or he's injured his neck somehow. Our next match that I could really give a crap about was the Divas Champion AJ Lee in the Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational. I knew who the winner was going to be. I'm not surprised AJ Lee retained her title.
This is proof, folks, Nick, why the Divas division is such a damn joke.
The Divas Championship match should have been the first match, or it should have been on the pre-show.
Exactly.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I mean, I'm sorry, but it was. What did you think about that, Jagger?
I thought it was a joke. I wish Vicky would have jumped in and they would have done something with her as well, because I figured, the storyline between AJ and Ziggler and her should have went a little bit more, because the way they played it on how she was screwing her.
Yeah.
But also, I believe that Tamina should have won the belt, because it would have made great through the whole storyline of what's coming up.
Exactly.
I think it might happen. I think probably Tamina might actually turn on AJ tonight. So we'll see what happens. Last but not least, our main event that I could really give a crap about, and that's the first time in a long time that I really didn't care about the main event, unless it's SmackDown. Daniel Bryan advanced to the match between Randy Orton and Batista. And he did the unthinkable. He defeated Batista and Randy Orton to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Even after Triple H tried to screw him over yet again and stop him from winning the title, he overcame the adversity odds and took down the Authority and became the new WWE World Champion. Kind
of reminiscent of when Stone Cold won the title and had that big feud with Vince McMahon.
Exactly.
Those are our WrestleMania results. If you guys want to call in, unfortunately we only have one phone line, but I guess call in next week or leave your comments on the Facebook page if you got a question. If you give us your what you thought of WrestleMania 30 last night on our Facebook page at Wrestle Talk on Facebook. It's that easy.
Jagger, how do you feel? How do you feel about Daniel Bryan finally overcoming the odds and becoming the new WWE World Champion? Do you think it was finally his time and long overdue, or?
I believe he deserves it. I wasn't planning on him winning just yet, because I thought maybe Triple H would have won, and then they would have brought in Punk back, and then it would have been Daniel and Punk, because that would have went great and build the crowd. But, I understand after what they did to The Undertaker, they had to do something to build the crowd back up. So I figured they gave the belt to Daniel Bryan afterwards. I mean, he does deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, that's
after all the times that they've done the stuff with him. But what I didn't understand is, I know that everybody else watched it and you guys watched it, what I didn't understand was, why did Dave Batista stand there for over maybe 30, 40 seconds and just look at both of them and then decide to go, hey, I'm going to go hit Randy Orton. And then Daniel Bryan comes back out of the blue and just dominates both of them.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Oh,
it's probably
something that I've always learned was always keep on your guard no matter what.
Well, it's, in my opinion, I think by Daniel winning the title, it's probably what saved the whole pay-per-view.
What do you think about that?
I agree with you. Because that pay-per-view was going down until he actually went and won, because after he won, it went nuts.
I'm surprised a riot didn't happen after the pay-per-view was over. So, well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Wrestle Talk Show. Stay with us at RadioRichAndFriends.com.
Prairie Band Casino and Resort, changing the nature of gaming.
Ignite your senses at Prairie Band Casino and Resort. Prairie Band sizzles with over 1,000 high-energy slots and all your favorite table games, including live poker. But that's just the beginning. Our 3 signature restaurants will satisfy every appetite. Join us at the Longhouse Buffet, Three Fires Steakhouse, and the Buffalo Grill. Relax and rejuvenate in one of 297 plush hotel rooms. Enjoy an intimate gathering or gala celebration in our spacious conference center. And discover our newest amenity, the impressive Firekeeper Golf Course, with 240 acres of championship caliber terrain. And for all the latest news, find us on Facebook and Twitter. Prairie Band Casino and Resort. It just keeps getting hotter. Must be 21 years of age or older. Owned by the Prairie Band Potawatomi Nation. Getting help is your best bet. Call the confidential toll-free problem gambling helpline at 1-800-522-4700.
Wayne Brady for the Will Rogers Institute. Hey folks, I've got something that will truly revolutionize your life. It's called exercise. It will get you from here to there, allow you to spend time with your family and meet new people, cut inches from your waistline, and improve the quality of your life. Even help improve your self-image. Sexy. So when you've got to choose between moving around or lying on the couch, choose exercise. You won't be sorry. For your free booklet, visit wrinstitute.org or call toll-free 877-957-7575 and find us on Facebook.
RadioRichAndFriends.com.
loving better than a white line. Don't you know she could bring a good feeling, ain't had in such a long time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time. Save my life, I'm going down for the last time.
Well, I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. But I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. I feel there's nothing I can do. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, kryptonite. You call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled in and bumped your head. If not for me, then you'd be dead. I picked you up, put you back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, kryptonite. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman mind, kryptonite. Yeah! If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman might, kryptonite.
And welcome back to the Wrestle Talk Show right here on RadioRichandFriends.com. Jagger, let's do this interview now, man.
Hello.
What's now you were,
Not much. Just driving.
You're driving.
Ready to go to training.
Oh, you're gonna go train. Cool. Now you got your start in wrestling. You got the help of your dad and Steve Gatorwolf. They got you into the pro wrestling world. And tell us about that experience and what was it like for you?
It was a different lifestyle. I mean, for the longest time, I was on drugs. I was with the wrong crowd, the wrong people. And, I mean, my dad ended up finding a wrestling school and talked to Steve Gatorwolf, took me out of the environment that I was in, and him and Steve Gatorwolf put me into rehab, cleaned my life, and Steve pretty much put me in the ring and started training me when I had nothing. I mean, I'd clean his facilities. I would do anything that he would tell me. He would come and make sure that I was okay. And, I mean, this guy believed in me so much that it gave me the opportunity to live my dream.
That's awesome, man.
And then, I mean, my dad pretty much put his house on the line so I could actually live the opportunity to become a pro wrestler. Lost his house just to believe in his son. And, I mean, ever since then, I've been fighting for the opportunity because if it wasn't for my dad and if it wasn't for Gatorwolf, I wouldn't be here. And, I mean, if it wasn't for the fans still interacting and giving me the push to let people know who I am, I wouldn't have the opportunity to do this show today and go to training and do shows or do anything. I mean, a lot has changed within the last 3 years, and I'm blessed with everything ever since I became Jagger Lane within 3 years ago.
And you're an inspiration, man. I mean, you give a lot of people hope and courage. When I talked to you on the phone that first time, man, you just seemed like a really positive person, and it gave me hope. I mean, there is hope, and and achieving your dreams and what you want to do, and if you want to live your dream as a pro wrestler, that's great. If you want to be somebody wants to be a janitor and that's what they want to do the rest of their life, I mean, you don't hear about that too much, but, people can achieve their dreams if they just have hope and if they work hard at their goals,
I agree with you.
Yeah, but how's the weather right now in Salt Lake City or in where you're nearby at?
I'm in Salt Lake right now. It's actually really hot and warm. It's nice for a change instead of being cold.
It's actually it's thundering right now here in Topeka, Kansas. So, yeah,
I'll trade you.
Yeah, I'll take your weather over my weather right now. So.
Yeah, no kidding. Me too.
We're inside doing the show, and I'm like, Chris is like, hey Nick, it's thundering when we were playing a song, and I'm like, no shit. So, man, you've got to work with some real legends in the wrestling world, in WWF, WWE. You got to work with Jake the Snake Roberts, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, his son, who is known as Sim Snuka, and or Deuce, if you want to call him that. Yeah, tell us about some of that, and I'd also like to know about Sonny from WWF too. I found out that you Sonny.
Oh, Sonny. The opportunities were great. I mean, Snuka is an amazing guy. I learned a lot from him. Very gentle guy. Never knew that he drank or smoked until he downed 12 beers and smoked 2 packs of cigarettes before he actually went to perform. I was blown away. The guy actually was wrestling Lee, which was Doink the Clown at the time.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that guy gave me plenty of advice to learn more about this business. And, I mean, I talked to Snuka off and on, talked to his son Deuce off and on. He's worked several shows with us. And then also Sonny, I don't know what to really say about Sunny, but besides, if you heard the stories about her, they're not actually true.
They're not true?
They're true.
Oh, they're true. They're true. I've heard rumors and stuff. You know, I don't know if you want to actually come out and say it, you know, about her on her life and stuff. Is she doing okay though?
Last time I knew, she was doing good. She wants to come back out to Utah and do some more stuff with us. She liked us. It's just she has a really bad drug problem. And
Oh man.
I'm hoping that she recovers and everything like that. I mean, she doesn't like being touched, and she's a germaphobe like no other. I couldn't believe it.
Jeez.
Now, what was it like? What was it like, Jagger? What was it like to work with somebody like Jake the Snake Roberts? I mean, we're talking about a guy who once wrestled in front of 93,000 fans at WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome. What was it like to work with somebody with the caliber of Jake the Snake?
That was phenomenal. Oh, my God. I mean, he came in, he was doing a thing with Simbodi. I don't know if you know who Simbodi is.
Sin Bodie?
In WWE for a while as well.
I think I know who that is. To refresh our memories in case somebody forgets.
Somebody played like almost like a freaky character where he would have like stuffed animals on his gear, and he would do all kinds of different like things, almost like Jeff and Matt Hardy. But it was pretty cool. I mean, just working with those two and learning so much about the business, those guys could tell you things that you wouldn't even imagine.
I'm kind of in envy of you right now, actually.
So what?
I said I'm actually in envy of you right now that you got to work with somebody like Jake the Snake Roberts. I mean, Jake the Snake Roberts actually was one of my idols growing up as a wrestling fan back in the 80s. I mean, I'll be 38 years old in July, but you know, I've been watching wrestling, you know, since I was a little kid. So
Yeah, I mean, Jake, oh my God, the things that he taught me when he was here was, it was pretty much in-ring psychology, like Al Snow did. I mean, the in-ring psychology, if you know about the in-ring psychology, you know how to keep a match going constantly if you lose the crowd, or if the crowd tends to die, you know how to build the crowd back up at any given time. And I mean, the ring psychology that he knows is phenomenal. I mean, you have guys that sit here because you end up taking a picture with like Daniel Bryan, or you go to a house show and you see another guy, or another guy at a restaurant and you end up meeting him. But anytime that I get an opportunity to end up seeing another superstar or another worker, I mean, I take great advantage of that because I want to pick their brain. Like Jake has told me, Snook has told me, and John Cena has told me before he was John Cena, anytime you get an opportunity to actually meet somebody, pick their brain. It doesn't matter if you're a mark, it doesn't matter if you're a fan. Everyone in this business started as a fan, and everybody in this business started as a mark. And I mean, you get all these younger guys that think they're better than everybody to the point where they don't have the inspiration or the passion or the love for the business because they look at it as, I'm a wrestler. Well, if they learn the right, proper term, you're a worker, that you're leading the way for all the guys to your next generation, because these guys that busted their ass leaded it for us and gave us the opportunity to live a dream that we wanted when we were kids because they influenced us.
Wow, that's pretty good. How long have you been wrestling now, Jagger?
With the name Jagger Lane, I would go with 3 years, but total it would be 8. I walked out of the business 2 years ago because I got tired of it. I got tired of the drama, the egos, the hard heads, everybody thinking that they're better than everybody.
Yeah.
And then I come back and they're still that. I mean, it's never going to die. But when I left, I promised myself I was going to come back with a new name. I was going to come back with something that was going to blow the mind away on towards people and give them exactly what they give me. The inspiration and the passion to be out there and do what I love.
Yeah. Hey, man, if it wasn't for the fans, none of this would be possible right now.
Yeah.
We got to get back,
They're the ones that make us, and they're the ones that will end us. I mean, one day you can be a one hit, and the next day you could be a nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it today. People are still chanting CM Punk, and WWE doesn't even give CM Punk the credit.
I know. One day he'll make it back. I hope so. I really do. It's gone downhill since he left, so I really thought he was going to come back last night, but it didn't happen. So maybe one day we'll get our wish.
I really hope so.
Yeah. So you've been working the Indies now, Independent League, for what, 9 years now?
About 8 or 9 years. My first indie show was with Navajo Warrior Mike Knox, and none other than, you all know him as John Cena. I knew him as Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype. That was OVW, right? Or before OVW, or was it an OVW?
It was like 2 days before he signed with WWE, which went to SmackDown. He was actually with UPW.
Yeah.
Do you still stay in touch with Cena at all? Have you talked to him in the past couple of years at all, or?
I've seen him a few times, and he knows who I am. I've never contacted him because I don't have his personal number.
Right.
Me and Mike Knox, on another note, stay in touch. Every 3 to 4 days, we communicate back and forth.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm jealous of Mike Knox because he got to work with Kelly Kelly. What a lucky,
Knox is awesome.
what a lucky SOB. He's a lucky son of a bitch. You know that, Chris?
Oh, no doubt.
Chris is over here drooling right now. No,
Don't listen to him. He's high on crack or something.
yeah, he was. What did you do last week? Moves like Jagger. At the karaoke show?
I did I'm Sexy and I Know It.
Oh, you did I'm Sexy as I Know It. That's even worse.
Hey, I did it on a dare, and it was a one-time deal, and it'll never happen again, so don't worry about it.
I told you I was going to bring it up on the show tonight, man.
Damn you.
And maybe even later before the show ends, I'll actually play that song. So,
Oh, hell.
you never know. I got some goodies in my bag that I can bring out.
Man,
but,
we're trying to attract guests, not scare the hell out of them.
Also, I want to, if the person that is listening that came to the show in Dallas, if they're listening, I want to say thank you for giving me the CD that you gave me, because I appreciate it. I would have never have heard Moves Like Jagger. I never would have known that song existed. But ever since you allowed me to play that, I've been using it ever since. So thank you to the little kid that handed me the CD, if you are listening.
Oh, that's cool, man. Did you know about the band Maroon 5 before you heard that song?
I never even knew nothing about it. I had a little kid that came up to me at a show and turned around and goes, Jagger, the next time you wrestle, play this. I had it, and I couldn't find it for about 3 weeks straight because I had so much stuff packed up, and I was moving at the time. And I ended up finding it, and I was like, I promised this kid I was going to listen to this. I ended up listening to it, and I was like, oh my God, this is badass. I go, I have to play this. And then ever since then, it's just been a one hit. I mean, crowd goes nuts. They love it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, Chris Masters thought it was phenomenal when I worked with him. It's just crazy.
God, man. Well, it sounds like you have been very blessed. Congratulations on, on achieving your dream and being able to keep it and meeting all these awesome people like Mike Knox, who I know you're friends with. You also met, and I don't think we've mentioned this yet, Chris. You met Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho is a phenomenal guy. I mean, the advice that he gave me was blown away. I was like, a worker to a worker, could you give me any advice? And he goes, do you live in Utah? I was like, yes. He goes, man, no offense, but it's dead here. He goes, if you really want to make it, go to Florida. Here's a number. Call when you're there.
Wow.
And that was the end of that.
Wow.
I mean, my good friend Johnny Green from Hulk Hogan's Micro Championship Wrestling has pretty much done the impossible for me and opened doors as well. I mean, if it wasn't for a lot of midget companies like Extreme, Micro, or Little Maniacs, I wouldn't have an opportunity. I mean, my good midget buddies have changed my life, and they push doors for me as well. I push doors for them, you know, to open new opportunities for us.
I believe your time is now, Jagger. I really do. I think you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, whether it's an independent league, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, or even Jeff Jarrett's new promotion that's out now. I can't think of the name of it, but you're gonna make waves wherever you go, man.
I really hope so. All I got to do is keep on believing, having faith, like my good buddy Johnny Green has told me. I mean, he's working on talking to Vince and bringing me in after Hogan and Vince bond a little bit more is what he's been telling me. So Johnny, like I said, Johnny's done things that is off the hook. I mean, this guy talks to Jerry the King Lawler, and I never even understood why Jerry would always say, moves like Jagger, moves like Jagger. And, you know, I guess there was a rib one day where Johnny and him were chit-chatting, and he ended up telling Johnny he would plug it a couple of times.
Whoa. Have you, I was going to ask you, I follow Marty Jannetty on Facebook. I don't know if you know anything about him or have heard of any stories about him. Is that guy like a real party animal? Because that's the notion that I get when I see his Facebook posts.
Marty Jannetty is the reason I started wrestling. Him and Shawn Michaels. I mean, I got to meet him. One of the most absolute phenomenal people I've ever met. I used to speak with him every 3 days to every 4 days because I had his number, and then my phone ended up falling in the water and destroying. I lost his number, and before there was backup on Google, I was disappointed and I haven't spoke to him since. But the guy loves to party, but he is the most general, straight down, humble person you'll ever meet.
He seems like a really nice guy.
Just like Pat Tanaka, most down, general person you'll ever meet.
I hear all these crazy stories about him on Facebook, the Marty Jannetty, and I guess he was at a strip club in Japan back in the 80s, and he was just throwing money around. He had like dollar bills out of the ass, man. This is Wrestle Talk Uncensored right now. If you guys are offended, too bad. But I mean, this guy, you know, is a wrestling superstar. In my opinion, I think he's a wrestling legend, no matter what people may think about him. You know, the guy's just an all around. From what I understand, he's an all around great guy, and he's just living his dream, man. You know, like you, Jagger. So
I wish that the WWE would have done more with him.
Yeah.
I mean, his character was phenomenal.
Oh, sure was. Every time I think of Marty Jannetty, though, and I'm probably going to be castrated for this, but every time I think of Marty Jannetty, I just get this flashback in my head. Oh, Marty Jannetty. Brutus the Barber Beefcake show. Shawn Michaels super kicks him
my God.
into the on the barber into the barber's chair, I believe, or out, or I remember the glass shattered.
Well, he threw him through the plate glass window.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Now I would be drooling if I ever got to meet Beefcake. One of my top idols. I would go nuts.
Well, all I can say is if I ever got to meet him, or especially if I ever got to meet someone like Undertaker, no bullshit aside, I would get down on all fours and I would be like, "You are God, I am not worthy."
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
I've heard stories about Taker where he just ribs everybody and like tells you jokes beyond stuff, and people buy into it, and then he just laughs on the side about it because he'll tell guys like newbies or rookies stuff, and then they'll go do it, and then they're just like, what the hell just happened? You know, and Taker's just sitting back laughing. I mean, Sonny was telling me that, and I was like, oh my God, that is funny.
You have any story? I mean, I know you met like a who's who of stars, and you've actually got the privilege of wrestling some people. Talk about like some shows that are coming up that maybe you want to promote here on Wrestle Talk, and
I have Little Maniacs that's on April 10th in Utah. Don't know the exact location yet until day of, because Midget Wrestling Federations only tell you day of.
yeah.
And then I should be working in Houston, Texas for a guy named Alfred for a lucha company. If it actually comes through, still working on the progress to see what's going on with him, because there's a lot of shady promoters out there.
Yeah.
And then I got another midget company that I'll be working with on April 23rd. And then I got War Utah, the company that actually changed my life and gave me the opportunity to be who I am now, and believed in me to give me a strap. And then I did the whole CM Punk run on them.
Sweet.
But that's on the 26th.
Okay, so it looks like you're going to be pretty busy in the month of April. We're already in April, so looks like you're going to have your hands full. You still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, guys, get out there, support independent pro wrestling. It's all around the world, around the country, especially all 50 states. We got events going on here in Topeka that I know there was an event Saturday, and I'm not really going to talk about it because I don't really like the promoter that much. But no, big news, guys. I was going to wait until next week's Wrestle Talk, but this Sunday, Chris Jagger, you haven't heard about this yet, and Chris knows about it, but I am going to actually step into the ring, and I'm going to learn to take bumps and run the ropes.
Congratulations.
And I've already talked to a couple friends because I know a couple wrestlers. Actually, I know quite a few wrestlers, but talked to a couple buddies of mine, and they were like, you really think you can do it? One guy was like, well, prove me wrong. I don't think you could do it because I don't think you have that pain inside of you, you know, like being able to take bumps and stuff like that. But I'm not very coordinated, but I'm gonna try and learn. And if any of you guys out there who think that I can't do it, feel free to call. So
YouTube this.
yeah, real. Oh, I am. I'm gonna YouTube it. I'm gonna have one of my friends, maybe Chris, take a video of it, and we're gonna find out if I can take a bump and a few bumps. Man, I keep having these dreams where I just keep taking bumps, and I keep getting up, and I'm like, come on, and I get all psyched up for it. And I really hope I don't let myself down. I really don't. So
You never know. You might be a natural at it. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that have never never hopped in a ring, and then their first time they hop in a ring, they're actually naturals because they nail it to a T. You might end up loving it, and you might end up doing Wrestle Talk plus being a worker.
Hey, it's been done before. So I know a couple guys that do another wrestling show, and they actually are performers. So anything is possible, my friend. Well,
I agree.
Anyway, thank you, Jagger, for calling in. You're pretty much on the show the entire hour. That was pretty cool. So, first time, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, I appreciate it very, very much.
And remember, guys, we can you can go up to Ustream, check out this interview. If you couldn't listen in now, or you're just now listening, go back and listen to the interview. Fantastic interview. Thank you very much, Jagger Lane. And we can go up there to Ustream. Now, if you have an iPhone, I have to explain this real quick. If you have an iPhone or an Android, you can download the Ustream app to your phone. This process only takes about 10 minutes. And let's see, download it. It's absolutely free. You can listen on the go. You can listen in your car. You can listen just about anywhere. So
I can tell you all, I got it yesterday. It's phenomenal.
I love Ustream, man. That's the only thing I really use.
Jagger, I just want to say real quick, this is my first time getting to talk to you, my friend, but after hearing your incredible story, I'm definitely a huge fan of yours now, and I just want to wish you nothing but all the success in the world, man. You deserve it. You've busted your ass off for it, and I hope to one day get to see you in person because, I have a feeling like Nick said, whether it's in WWE, Impact TNA Wrestling, or Ring of Honor, or Jeff Jarrett's new promotion, you're going to make one hell of a superstar, man.
Yeah, you're going to make waves, dude.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And thank you.
Can't wait to meet you in person. Can't wait to meet Nick in person. Hopefully down the road we get to meet, mingle.
Hey, who knows?
Not everybody else. My fans are my friends because no matter what, I love mingling with everyone. So always remember that. You are all my friends.
Thank you.
Not my
Thank
fans.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Jagger, we might actually see ourselves in WWE one day, or TNA for that matter. And, I'll come up to you, we'll make the proper introduction and, be like, hey, remember me? Maybe one day that'll happen. Anything's possible. So
I agree with you. Anything is possible. You never know what can happen in the world.
no, you never know.
I mean, the next day, something phenomenal can happen, or the next day, nothing phenomenal can happen. But you never know. You got to keep on believing, and you got to keep on fighting for what you believe.
Amen,
That's right.
brother. All right. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You
too.
too.
Bye-bye.
Loved ones drinking out of hand, missing work, worried about losing their job? Find out how Valley Hope can help. We've spent over 40 years helping the people of Kansas help themselves. To find out how we can help you, call us or log on to valleyhope.org. Valley Hope has 5 locations in the state of Kansas with the expertise to make a difference. This message sponsored by this station and the Valley Hope Association.
Are you into karaoke? Now's your chance to sing live in front of your friends and family and be distributed to over 450 online stores. Join us for Not Only Street Karaoke with Classic Tea every Sunday night at the Firefly Lounge with Gamble Social Club, 4118 Pennsylvania Avenue, Westport, where you can win a recording contract, distribution and management contract, and a free stay at one of 20 destinations along with many other awards and prizes. Be there. Sponsored by Creative Amusement Talent Agency.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Welcome back to the Wrestle Talk Show with Radio Nick and Chris Gordon. Wow, Chris, I think we just topped ourselves.
Yeah, this is probably the best show.
You just told me. You just told me when we were in the middle of a commercial break that you had goosebumps.
That interview gave me goosebumps. I mean, everything that guy has been through, the way he overcame his drug addiction and turned his life around. It's definitely a story, folks. And
yeah,
if you ever think that you can't achieve your dreams, just listen to Jagger's story. And
yes,
he is living proof that if you work hard enough and you want it bad enough, dreams really do come true, bud.
Jagger, thank you again for this awesome interview. I've never interviewed somebody quite like you before.
Yeah,
I mean, I've interviewed Jeff. I've met Jeff Jarrett. I've met Coach. I've interviewed Rosie from WWE way back when. I interviewed Angelina Love, Gangrel. Man, your story is inspiring, and best of luck to you, man. I
think
really
it's.
do.
I think
hope
it's safe
that
to say.
happens.
I think it's safe to say Jagger Lane is truly one of a kind.
Yeah, he's definitely one of a kind. We appreciate everybody listening to the Wrestle Talk Show right here on RadioRichandFriends.com. We got to end the show. Yeah, I know. But you can come back and listen to it later if you want on Ustream. Just download the Ustream app, download it to your iPhone or Android device. It only takes about 10 minutes, and, Chris, it's free.
Exactly.
So come back and listen to it later. I'll try my best to post it on our Facebook page, Wrestle Talk. Like us if you haven't done so yet. Thanks to Jagger for getting us all those Facebook likes. We've gotten like 60 new Facebook likes in just the last couple days. So be a part of the revolution. The Wrestle Talk Show, live every Monday right here on RadioRichandFriends.com. And with that, we bid farewell.
See y'all next week.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. It's the way you ride that trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails.